Hi friends, it's Tracy from the Financial Freedom Diary, and today we are back to budget my paycheck number 2. Hope y'all are having a super fantastic day. I am doing well on this side, better than I have been doing in a while. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to work on one side of the notebook or not. So a little housekeeping. You guys know that one of the questions I had at the beginning of the month was I going to get a raise? So that was like point number 4 right here when I did my monthly budget, and I am. I have seen what my gross amount is, but I have not seen my paycheck stub. So I'm not sure like what my income is going to be once everything settles, like taxes, my 401k, and all that stuff comes out. So I just decided that I was going to budget with 2672.46. I will be getting my ADP statement probably either the 13th or the 14th, so I'll get to see it. I just haven't seen it by the time that I'm actually recording this video, and so I hope I got you guys zoomed in close enough that you can see. So let's start with my bills. The first one is going to be my son's savings, so that comes out on the 15th. It's an automatic withdrawal, and that is $60. Not a lot, and this is something that's old, so if you're new to watching my channel and seeing me budget my paycheck, this is something I set up like 10 years ago, and I just never stopped it. The next thing is going to be my health insurance. I do monitor my health insurance and my identity theft. They're coming out on the 15th, and the reason is because I've had instances where I was charged too much, and then they had to offset that charge later in the year. So I keep track of things now just to make sure I know what is actually coming out and that there's no fluctuation, so I don't have to worry about them paying me back for overcharging me. Identity theft, $350. And now the next expense I have is my utilities. Our utility company in Memphis is MLGW, and so I'm going to put this due date down for the 30th. They changed the date that they read my meter, so they read my meter earlier, so that may, when I actually pay it, may actually change, but I'm not sure, so I'm gonna just go with the latest day as possible. So I'm gonna budget $275. And then my portion of the cell phone bill, which is due about the 17th, and I think like probably next month I will be moving from Sprint to T-Mobile, but I want to make sure that I'm debt free first. So any changes in their billing, Lisa from Faith Budgeting and Planning, she had told me how the billing is different between the two companies, so I want to make sure that at least it'll be in November or December and I'm ready for that fluctuation and it doesn't affect my debt payment. So for Sprint, my portion of the bill is $75. And then gas for my car, I'm going to budget $45. I'm not sure if I'm going to go up on that, because at some point I got to get ready to go back to work 3 days out of the week. They are building a cube for me, so yeah, the good thing about me returning to work is that I'll be able to walk. I'll be able to get up and get more steps in a day. I'll be a little bit more active than I am right now. So I just realized I was using my calculator, not talking about what am I adding up. Gotta talk about it. 60 plus 1396 plus 350 plus 275 plus 75 plus 45 equals 472.46. So if you're looking and you're like, okay, what happened to your internet? My internet moved to my first paycheck because the due date on that was the 14th. So total bills is 472.46. But yeah, they moved it, so now it's here. And now let's do some math. We're going to take our income, 2672.46 minus 472.46, and that's 2200. All right, so out of this paycheck, I don't take out anything for my cash envelopes. I do that once a month, and it comes out of my very first paycheck. The same thing with my sinking funds. I don't take anything out of the second paycheck for this. It comes out of the very first paycheck. Now that may change once I'm debt free, because I gotta save for emergency fund, and I also have some other sinking funds that I need to prepare, which I need to get moved and everything. So I need to prioritize how I'm going to do everything. And so you may see that you're going to see money going into emergency fund and sinking funds and things like that, just to cover all these expenses I'm going to have coming up. So that is some behind the scenes there. But yeah, I'm expecting my income, my take-home income, probably to increase by maybe $40. Maybe I may be lowballing, but yeah, $40. And so since this is all I have left over, I only have to pay this bill. $2,200 is what I'm budgeting for Fed Loan T20. Getting tongue-tied. But I figured if I go with what I know versus what I think, I don't have to worry about giving you guys a debt total and then having to go down. Once I find out what that amount is, my actual debt payment will go up, and I prefer it that way versus having to see that amount go down. So hopefully that makes sense to you guys. So that's why I didn't want to play with the numbers, and I was hoping my ADP statement would be available today, but unfortunately it's not. And sometimes, because it changes, so sometimes it is. So I have no money left over. And we're just going to make sure I got a zero-based budget. But yeah, that's a nice little payment. The next thing I'll have is Google AdSense. Yep, it's a zero-based budget, so yay. And I'm going to fill that in right down here. And I'll make sure that I remember to put the Budget Mom's link in the description box below, but this is her workbook that I'm actually using. But yeah, so thank God for the 3% raise. And my sinking funds are going to handle those other expenses that I do have coming up, paying my car tax, my P.O. box. And so I'm going to move the Sprint issue to November or December, depends on how much money I have left in November from paying on my bills. And I'm also going to be paying for a class for my son. But yeah, and I'm super excited about that I'll be able to just say, hey, here's the money you need for this class, and I am done. You guys, that has always been a dream of mine, that whenever they need anything, not necessarily, I don't know what you call it, like continuing ed type things, because my youngest one is not interested in going to college at all, and I am not interested in having that fight with them because not everybody is getting degrees and working in their area that they got their degree. So I'm like, I'm not pushing him on that, but at least he's finding things and trying to figure out what he wants. And he's 22. Yeah, 22. So that's still pretty young. I know I didn't know what I wanted to do at 22. So I'm going to let him live. And so he has found an interest in some things. So I am going to help him as much as I can. And this is what it's all about, right? This is what the debt freedom journey is about, is being able to have those options to help people when you can. So, but thank y'all so much for listening. And yay, 2200, but that's only because I don't have to pay Xfinity. So it kind of just shifts it shifts how much debt I can pay and when, because when the bills move around like that. But I'm super happy with that payment. This is going to be something I can, like, I don't know, I always say marinate, which is kind of like what you do with meat, but you know, I can just absorb and process that. Now once that payment posts, I will be in the $1,000 range for my student loan debt. So I'm happy. But yeah, thank y'all so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys later. Y'all have a great one. Bye.